Mucormycosis is any fungal infection caused by fungi in the order Mucorales. 328 generally. Species in the Mucor, Rhizophis, Absidia, and Cunningamella genera are most often implicated. Common sources of infections are from soil, damp walls on old buildings etc. The disease is often characterized by hyphae growing in and around blood vessels and can be potentially life-threatening in diabetic or severely immunocompromised individuals. Quote, mucormycosis and zygomycosis are sometimes used interchangeably. However, zygomycota has been identified as polyphyletic and is not included in modern fungal classification systems also. While zygomycosis includes entomophthorales, mucormycosis excludes this group. The condition is informally referred to as black fungus. Mucormycosis frequently infects the sinuses, brain, or lungs, while infection of the oral cavity or brain are the most common forms of mucormycosis. The fungus can also infect other areas of the body such as the gastrointestinal tract, skin, and other organ systems. In rare cases, the maxilla may be affected by mucormycosis. The rich blood vessel supply of maxillofacial areas usually prevents fungal infections. Although more virulent fungi, such as those responsible for mucormycosis, can often overcome this difficulty, there are several key signs which point towards mucormycosis. One such sign is fungal invasion into the blood vessels, which results in the formation of blood clots and surrounding tissue death due to a loss of blood supply. If the disease involves the brain, then symptoms may include a one-sided headache behind the eyes, facial pain, fevers, nasal congestion that progresses to black discharge, and acute sinusitis along with eye swelling. Affected skin may appear relatively normal during the earliest stages of infection. This skin quickly becomes reddened and may be swollen before eventually turning black due to tissue death. Other forms of mucormycosis may involve the lungs, skin, or be widespread throughout the body. Symptoms may also include difficulty breathing and persistent cough. In cases of tissue death, there may be nausea and vomiting, coughing up blood, and abdominal pain. The symptoms of mucormycosis also depend on where in the body the fungus is growing. Symptoms of rhinocerebral mucormycosis include. Symptoms of pulmonary mucormycosis include. Cutaneous mucormycosis can look like blisters or ulcers, and the infected area may turn black. Other symptoms include pain, warmth, excessive redness, or swelling around a wound. Symptoms of gastrointestinal mucormycosis include. Disseminated mucormycosis typically occurs in people who are already sick from other medical conditions, so it can be difficult to know which symptoms are related to mucormycosis. Patients with disseminated infection in the brain can develop mental status changes or coma. Predisposing factors for mucormycosis include AIDS, uncontrolled diabetes mellitus, cancers such as lymphomas, kidney failure, organ transplant, long-term corticosteroid and immunosuppressive therapy, cirrhosis, energy malnutrition, and deferoxamine therapy. Despite this, however, there have been cases of mucormycosis reported with no apparent predisposing factors present. Corticosteroids are commonly used in the treatment of COVID-19 and reduce damage caused by the body's own immune system during a coronavirus infection. They are immunosuppressant and increase blood sugar levels in both diabetics and non-diabetic patients. It is thought that both these effects may contribute to cases of mucormycosis. As swabs of tissue or discharge are generally unreliable, the diagnosis of mucormycosis tends to be established with a biopsy specimen of the involved tissue. If mucormycosis is suspected, amphotericin B therapy should be immediately administered due to the rapid spread and high mortality rate of the disease. Amphotericin B is usually administered for an additional 4 to 6 weeks after initial therapy begins to ensure eradication of the infection. Isavuconazole was recently FDA approved to treat invasive aspergillosis and invasive mucormycosis. After administration of either amphotericin B or posaconazole, surgical removal of the fungus ball is indicated. The disease must be monitored carefully for any signs of reemergence. Surgical therapy can be very drastic, and in some cases of disease involving the nasal cavity and the brain, removal of infected brain tissue may be required. In some cases, surgery may be disfiguring because it may involve removal of the palate, nasal cavity, or eye structures. Surgery may be extended to more than one operation. It has been hypothesized that hyperbaric oxygen may be beneficial as an adjunctive therapy because higher oxygen pressure increases the ability of neutrophils to kill the fungus. In most cases, the prognosis of mucormycosis is poor and the disease has varied mortality rates depending on its form and severity. In the rhinocerebral form, the mortality rate